Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia. That's me. Whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is a quick full body stretch. So really getting into all the nooks and crannies of the body, stretching things out, really going slow. And hopefully by the end of this class, you're feeling a little bit more nourished and relaxed. So whenever you're ready, let's get on the mat. Let's begin in a nice comfy seat. So whatever position feels good to your body right now, letting yourself root down through your sits bones, sit up tall through your spine, and then perhaps closing your eyes if that feels safe and comfortable to you. Allowing yourself a moment to really arrive on your mat today. Getting ready for this short and sweet practice, but recognizing that you have taken this time just for you. That this is your time to connect with your body, with your breath, to notice how you feel, and perhaps shift some things a little bit so that by the end of this practice, you're feeling a little bit better, a little bit lighter, a little bit more at ease. I invite you now to gently drop your chin towards your chest and then roll your left ear over towards your left shoulder and feel a little stretch through the right side of your neck. Let's move it slow here as we bring the chin back to the center and then roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. Feel that stretch through the neck again. Let's make this a little bit more fluid. So inhaling your chin through center, and then left ear to left shoulder. Exhaling to roll your chin through center, and then right ear to right shoulder. Little semicircles here, little rainbows side to side. Again, moving nice and slowly here. Checking in with your neck. Maybe creating a little bit more space. At the very least, noticing those spots where you're holding on to a bit of tension. The next time that your chin comes back through center, pause there. Let the head lift back to neutral. And we'll start to bring that movement into the shoulders. So rolling your shoulders up towards your ears and then dropping your shoulder blades back and down. A few times like that. Inhaling the shoulders up. Exhale back and down. Now you choose how big or small you'd like to make this movement. Maybe it just stays in the shoulders for today. Maybe you'd like to lift your arms, making circles with your elbows or making big sweeping circles with the arms extended. Finding whatever feels best for your body as we get out any little snap, crackle, pops here in the shoulders. Lovely stuff. When you're ready, roll the shoulders back and settle your shoulder blades down your back. Coming to stillness there, we'll move the movement into our wrists. So letting the hands gently lift away from the legs. Start to roll through your wrists. Now it's up to you if you'd like to make fists with your hands, or maybe let the fingers stay relaxed. It might feel good to even spread the fingers wide and then curl them into a fist. Whatever direction you're rotating the wrists, can you switch? Find a few circles the other way. Finding slow, smooth, even breaths as we go. Breathing in through your nose, out through your nose, or through pursed lips. As you're ready, settling your wrists, your hands back to stillness. Let them land on your lap. Let's take a full breath in. And sigh it out. At this point, you might flutter your eyes open if you had them closed. Let's move slowly here as we transition onto hands and knees, finding a tabletop position. So shoulders just about over the wrists, maybe slightly behind, hips are over the knees. We'll wake up the spine with a few rounds of our cat-cow. So inhaling to lift the heart, draw the shoulders back. And exhale to round your spine, dropping your tailbone. Inhale, shoulders back, lifting your heart, maybe lifting your chin. Exhale, tuck and round, maybe chin to chest. Just 3 more as you inhale, lifting your heart. As you exhale, rounding your spine. For these last 2 rounds, maybe adding a little bit of organic movement, a little wiggle of the hips, maybe even a little circle as you go. Breathing in and breathing out. Eventually landing yourself in your tabletop position. We'll keep the hips stacked over the knees. Arms will start to walk forward. Move slowly here. As the arms stretch forward, your chest will melt down towards the mat, hips staying lifted over your knees. If it's comfortable for you, your forehead can drop down towards the mat, maybe onto a blanket. Some people prefer to bring their chin towards the floor and look forward. If that's okay with your neck, that is an option for you. Wherever you land here in your puppy pose, can you feel that stretch across your chest, into your shoulders, and underneath your arms? Breathe into any spaces where you feel the sensation of stretch. And make sure that there's no pain, no pinching, no burning sensations going on. If so, that's your cue to back out of this shape a little bit. Maybe add some props under your forehead or even under your sternum. We're here for 2 more rounds of breath to open the heart. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose or through pursed lips. Now from your puppy pose, think about drawing your belly button towards your spine, lifting your rib cage away from the mat, and as you do, start to walk your hands back towards you. As your hands walk back, let your hips push back as well. Big toes come together, hips reach towards your heels. And then once again, let your chest, your forehead melt down towards the floor. So this time, landing in our child's pose, instead of adding that back bend, we're really stretching through the spine, especially through the low back. It does not matter how low your hips go. Really just feeling that surrender of your weight dropping into the support of your yoga mat. Maybe you want to stay right here if this child's pose is feeling really nurturing for you today. Maybe you'd like to add a little bit of a side bend. So if you want to add on, we'll inhale to lift onto the fingertips, little lift to the chest. And then exhale, walk your hands over to the left edge of your mat. Let your body relax down again as you feel that stretch into your right side body. We've got a full breath in here. Complete breath out. The next inhale brings you back onto your fingertips. Exhale to walk all the way over to that right edge of your yoga mat. Feel that stretch through your left side body as you relax your weight down. Really breathing into that left side of your rib cage as you inhale and exhale. Inhaling back onto the fingertips. Exhale to walk through center, once more landing in our child's pose. Use your next inhale to lift all the way up through hands and knees. And then bring your hips to one side, come back through your seated position. Seat yourself at about the midpoint of your yoga mat so you've got some space behind you. Plant down through the soles of your feet for support, and then start to roll yourself down onto your back. Landing all the way flat on your back here. Let's stretch the legs out long, reach the arms back, and find a full body stretch. as long as you can from fingers to toes, breathing in and breathing out. Then let your arms relax by your sides wherever they feel natural. One leg at a time, allow your knees to bend and your feet to plant onto the floor. Really lengthen your tailbone towards your heels so you can feel your entire spine supported by your mat. Then let's walk the feet wide apart and start to windshield wiper the knees side to side. So both knees dropping over to one edge of your mat and then to the other. Feeling this gentle rotation through your spine as you move the knees side to side. And also getting a little stretch through your hips. Lovely. As you feel ready, start to slow down this movement. Bring your legs back through center. We'll once again walk the feet in so that they're about in line with your hips. Left foot will stay where it is as your right knee comes in towards your chest. Hands can hold on to the back of your thigh or the top of your shin as we start to roll through that right ankle. Getting out any snap, crackle, pops here, making sure to rotate in both directions. So go ahead and switch. Maybe scrunching and spreading the toes as you go as well. Just exploring sensation here around your right foot. Awesome. And you can bring your right ankle back to stillness. And we'll start to circle through that right hip. So making these small gentle movements through the right hip, maybe using your hands to help direct your leg. And again, we'll rotate in one direction. And then when you're ready, you can switch and take a few circles the other way. Again, keep this gentle. Can be as big or as small as you need it to be to really feel some movement, some sensation through your hip. Now the next time that your right knee opens wide towards the right, we'll use the hands to help bring that right ankle to the top of your left thigh. Right knee is going to stay open nice and wide, but you can use your right hand to gently press your thigh away from you. Making sure to press on that fleshy part of the thigh and not push onto the knee itself. Setting up for our figure 4 stretch here. Hopefully you're feeling a little something something in that right hip. If you'd like a little bit more sensation, you're welcome to lift the left foot, reach between the legs to hold on to the back of your left thigh and find your stretch there. I do encourage you, if you have the legs lifted, to keep your left foot higher than your left knee, just so that we're protecting that left knee joint as we stretch. We're not putting any extra strain there, but we're keeping the focus on that right hip. Awesome. We've got another full breath in wherever you are. And complete breath out. Slowly start to unwind your legs. So landing the left foot if it was lifted. Uncrossing the ankles, bring that right foot down, both feet to the mat. As you're ready, we'll try that other side. So left knee to your chest, hands to thigh or shin as you start to circle through your left ankle. Now, as we start to explore this left side, notice it might feel completely different than the right. That is totally normal. Make sure you rotate in both directions here. Maybe spreading and scrunching the toes as well. And then left foot comes to stillness and start to make some circles through that left hip. So almost like you're using that left knee to draw circles in the air above your yoga mat. No need to rush this movement, just checking in with the left hip. Please switch directions with your circles if you haven't already. Make sure you rotate both ways. And then the next time that your left knee opens nice and wide to the left, pause there. Hands can help as you bring that left ankle to the top of your right thigh and gently open the left knee away from your chest. Now again, this side might be totally different than the stretch we did on the other side. So if this is feeling really sweet right here, stay. Breathe into that left hip. If you're feeling like you're not quite getting the stretch, you want a little bit more, then you can lift that right foot, reach between the legs for the back of your right thigh, and gently, gently draw your legs a little bit closer to your chest. Now, if the legs are lifted, I like to place my left elbow, whoa, against my left thigh, just to add a little bit of that extra stretch, right? That way I can really feel that sensation in the hip. The rest of your body can relax, letting your spine be long, letting your shoulders soften back, maybe even letting your eyes close. We've got another full breath in on this side. And breath out. Now, if you have the legs lifted, it might feel nice to place your left elbow against your left thigh, just to help encourage that stretch, feel a little bit more into the hip. And the rest of your body can relax, the length of your spine supported by the earth. Your shoulders softening down and back. Maybe even your eyes start to close. Wherever you are, we've got another full breath in and slow breath out. Begin to unwind your legs here, landing the right foot, bringing the left foot down. And one more time, we're going to step the feet nice and wide apart and take that windshield wiper action through the legs. So dropping both knees over to one side of your mat and then over to the other side. This time, as your knees fall to the right side of your mat, pause there, and we'll stay for a few breaths in a twist. Maybe arms spread out to a T or a cactus shape, just to help open the chest. And maybe if this shape isn't really feeling great for your knees or your hips, you might choose to stack that left leg on top of the right instead. Totally beautiful place to be. Same twist either way. We're here for just 2 more rounds of breath. If you'd like to stay longer, please feel free. All together, breathing in and breathing out. Slowly bring yourself back through center. And then let's drop the knees over to the left and find a twist here. Again, option to keep the legs staggered or to bring that right leg on top of the left. A little bit more stacking of the hips might feel a bit more supportive for your spine as you twist. 2 more rounds of breath to really soften into this shape as best you can. Breathing in and let it go. Inhale slowly brings you through center, coming out of your twist. Maybe pausing for a moment with the knees bent, feet planted. Perhaps it feels good to stretch your legs out long. Let your arms come down by your sides. Settling into a final resting posture here. Anywhere that you feel comfortable to spend a few moments in stillness at the end of our practice. This is your time to rest, to meditate, to let your body soak in all that sweet movement that you just did. And you are welcome to stay here for as long as you'd like. And this is where I'll leave you for today, to enjoy your rest. I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat. Until we meet here again, be well.